he's near you, that's when you're going to be calling on him through the Hebrew. Because that's when he's going to be listening. He don't listen to the English. You don't understand English.
You don't. You don't understand.
His name was never written in English. You know?
You don't understand why you can't. You don't understand why you can't say Yahushai, right? Because if you call, look, we all have a name, right? We all have a name that was given to us, and we all have a name that we give to people. Like what I'm trying to say is, if you know, if you go to work, fill out the application. In the application, you have to put your given name, right? The name that they gave you at the hospital. But then you start working and you meet friends, and then you they call you by your given name, and they say, hey, you know what, man? Call me this and that. Now you guys are friends, right? I'll be like, damn, man, don't be calling me that. That's my mom called me, or my dad called me. So imagine you made a people, these people, and they're calling you by different crazy ass names, building altars and statues, and worshiping them like you're gonna work through them for them. You know, I just don't get it.
What's going on right now with the temple, Catholics, Christians, all these people. Like, all the tax sites in Catholics, they worship some Americans, some God, but they believe in some people, but they really truly believe in Jesus.
So that goes into the truth, right? The name is very important because the name, even the demons know the name.
Well, you guys see the Deacon Haka, the video?
What do you say?
Oh, he crossed out the Hawashai.
Oh.
And he put Jesus. He literally crossed out, put an X on the name of Yahushua. And he put the Jesus. Yeah. Brothers already jump on that, but
It's okay though. You know what? It's easy work. It's easy work. God bless you. But guess what? It's a prime example. Why could you go to calling him Yahushua? First of all, you started calling him Jesus. You went to call him Yahushua. We're so convinced that his name was Yahushua. Now somebody fucking convinced you that his name is not Yahushua. How does that happen?
Bag though, man. Well, the G-Wagon. So, he still got to pay off that G-Wagon, right?
Yeah, and how you going to pay it off? With your soul? Your soul is worth. First of all, if you're an Israelite and you're in a camp and you're calling the name of Yahweh Shai, you know you are worth galaxies. For you to sell your fucking soul that Yahweh Shai created specially, a special person he created, for you to sell it for any amount of fucking money, you're a punk ass bitch. You deserve to get your butt stretched out, because that's what you probably did, man. Because it's a light thing for wicked people. We were just watching a video, actually listening to a video on the way over here, and the brother made a good point. You don't know if little Johnny was a wicked motherfucker in his past. Well, we know, because he died unexpectedly. Right? It's still sad, but guess what? That's just the human part of it. But guess what? You know his name is not Jesus.
But he knows that all these fucking Bishop Daniel, all these, Catholics, all that they know what the real name is, but they just choose not to. They get back or they get back, man. They got money now.
It's insane.
This is their kingdom.
It's a rest.
This is rest, though. This is the kingdom, bro.
It says this is not a rest.
Because they were talking about the destruction of America, though, and now they're not even speaking on it. So it's like, why would you speak on the destruction of America, but then you still want to go here? It doesn't make fucking sense.
Those are the biggest people ever. Because, when somebody is just doing things for attention. You know when your baby's doing things for attention. You know when your woman's doing things for attention. And guess what? Grown-ass men do things for attention too. Like, if you are calling on the name of Yahushua and you're jumping up and down and you're screaming at the top of your lungs, you're doing that for show. I mean, he's still gonna, hey, why'd you call my name? And he's not gonna believe it. That's even worse than calling on his name and you know, calling on his name and making fun of it. If you're calling on his name and you believe that that's his name, it's like when you get a phone call, you know. If your mom calls you, you're most likely gonna answer that shit. If you have a or somebody important to you, your brother, your neighbor, someone that you know, oh shit, I gotta answer this call, right? That's how Shai feels when you call on him by his real name, you know? That's, yeah, so when you, like, the book of Acts is very important. Acts 7 and 49?
48, 7, 48, and 49.
Acts 7, 48, and 49. Look at the book of Acts is just, it should be called the book of miracles. Mhm. Let's see, Acts 7, 48, and 49. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet, heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me, saith the Lord, or what is the place of my rest?
So people, Latinos and Americans, they go into the Christian churches, looking for the Lord. The Lord ain't in there. How's it look? The Lord built everything, but he's sitting in a little church. The Lord dwells in the heavens.
That would make you mad, right?
Yeah. So he's not found in any of these Christian churches. He's found through the Negroes, Latinos, and Americans. Starting with Apostle Tahar on down.
Whoa. Starting with Apostle Tahar. You bet you niggas is mad now. And that's really where it all goes wrong. The person that's chosen to deliver the message is never the one that you want it to be. Never the one you want it to be because you think it's wrong.
Because they think one thing that he said is offensive to them. So he's like, oh no, I don't like what he said about this and that, bro, so he can't be them. He's like, what are you talking about, dude? Mustard always proves it. All the time, though, he always backs it out, though. Like he said, but you guys still, like going back to grown ass men act like and like the whole rape thing, though happened. How many people got offended, though? How many people, in the Israelite community, right? Whatever. They got offended on that, though, So it's like, how is it, though, when he backed himself up, though, by using the scriptures in Deuteronomy 22, which we all read, though, and we know what he was talking about, though, but here's this fucking now man, so-called man that get offended on part based on what he said, though, He didn't taught people to go, they rape little girls and shit, though. But back then, guess what? Back then, that's what would go down, my grandma was like 18, I think it was 20, and my grandpa was 47, though, and he got her at the young age. You know what I mean? My dad's dad, though.
That's tradition.
That's traditional shit. My dad's wife right now, she's like 30. My dad's like 50 something. On some real shit. Like,
On some
like,
real shit.
Yeah, she's 30 though. His wife right now is 30, and he's 50. I don't know, like 55 or something.
Well, I'm laughing because that's the truth, man. Our people are like that.
Yeah.
It ain't no problem.
It's no issue over there in Mexico, but right here, it's a fucking big issue. Yep.
And the problem is, the problem is the woman is just not you. That's what the problem is. Because it's not you. It's someone else that fucking was smart enough to understand this guy's ready.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the difference. That's the only thing, man. The difference is if you're ready for it, the responsibility, or not. And Mr. Hakka wasn't ready for the responsibility because right here, my brother Emma just told us the truth. Heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. What kind of goddamn house are you gonna build from? Or what is the place of my rest? I just told you it's everywhere.
I got it right here. It's in 1 Corinthians 3:16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you.
I'm not ready for that. They're not.
And it says, if any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy, for the temple of the Most High is holy. His temple,
See, we're not the ones fucking telling you. We're just basically saying we're lawyers, basically, and that's the fucking truth.
I got a precept.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the book of John 4 and 21, back to brotherhood. It says, Yahweh Shai said unto her, the woman by the well, right? It said, Yahweh Shai said unto her, woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. See? Now, notice, everywhere.
You gotta worship the house, and you don't have no right to worship the Father.
Yeah.
How? Look, I was watching a movie. Well, actually, let me get the precept. Yeah, please. Let me get a precept. Because it's in second. I was reading second. What's it called? Second Esdras.
Can I get this one?
Go ahead.
23, because it says, but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers, see, it says, the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. See, it is about the temples and anything like that.
Yeah, but you can only worship the Father through the Son, right? So I gotta, man, I'm gonna find it. So we were talking about like before, right? So Second Esdras 6:3. Before the fair flowers were seen, or even the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together, or even the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or even the chimneys in Sion were hot. That means before anything was made. Yahushua was the only one here, and he was the only one that could really get to know the Father. This book is so deep, they had to take it out. And I'm just on one scripture, man. I started reading it from the beginning, and I was like, whoa. You know? So, just imagine like this. You were made to be the temple, right? Is that what the scripture said? We're made to be the temple, basically. Why are you going to a building?
That's why we're out here, you know, because we don't need no temple, you know.
Right now, this is the temple. Well, it's been the temple, right? But this is the temple right now. And
Our spiritual bodies are lively stones.
there you go. And the thing about stones is, we're the lively stones, but Yahushua is the cornerstone, right? I was laying down on tile, man, I was having so much fun. And I thought about Egypt, and I was like, man, we used to work for nothing. Just for nothing, just to be part of a society. And I guess this is the reason why you people love this society, because it gives you everything you need, right? Oh, you want to worship God? Don't do it here. There's a building over there.
Because wasn't it doing that back then in ancient Egypt?
Mm-hmm.
They worship. I know, the Egyptians worship all these different gods, though.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe, did they allow the Israelites also too, right, to believe in these different gods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't no different from right now.
Wouldn't it be better for you to have people that are meant to be God's temple and power worship somebody else so that they don't get no power? Right? Makes sense, right? That's a crazy ass thing, right? If you were to be fully focused on the name and who you are, you would probably get some shit taken care of, get things done, and you wouldn't even worry.
Isaiah 12 and 6.
You see, Isaiah was one that he was the one that he was actually a prophet that he was a big prophet actually, because Isaiah was the one breaking things down. Isaiah 12 and 6. So, you know, he's the one that knew a whole lot. And Isaiah 12 is a short chapter. Isaiah 12 and 6 says, cry out and shout, thou inhabitant of Zion, for great is the Holy One of Israel in the midst of you.
So if you're an inhabitant of Zion, that means you're an Israelite. That means you come from the direct bloodline of the Lord. You know, the Lord, he's actually our brother. You know, so we have a reason, you know, to worship. We have a reason from this Bible.
Matthew. It says right here, cry out and shout, thou inhabitant of Zion, for great is the Holy One of Israel in the midst of thee. So if God's in here, aren't we the temple?
It's in the midst of Israel.
So someone doesn't understand. Someone's been lying to someone. Somebody's been lying to somebody, and then not only that, coddling them. Because the Catholic Church is a prime example. They'll change fucking doctrines to make it okay for you to do the wicked things that you do, just so they can get a worship.
I got to put
Go ahead.
Psalm 82 and 6, it says, I have said, ye are gods, and all you of you are children of the Most High. Gods, though, man. So you have this power, though. You know? But the only way you have this power is if we're dealing with actual power. Yahweh Shem Shai. Because other than that, though, you know, even the heathens do, though. If we're dealing with, you know, our true power, Yahweh Shem Shai, like we're you know, powerful. But if we're not dealing with Yahweh Shem Shai, then the heathen, you know, overcome us, you know?
Get you.
Yeah. Because, you know, God, you know?
Yeah, so now that's important because you've all seen that movie, Shazam. The kid is weak, right? And when he wants power, he has to say the word Shazam. And then he turns into a what? A god. They're not making movies out of thin air. They're just using things that already exist, like the Bible.
Exactly. Just recycle it. That's all it is. All the superhero powers, they all get it from the scripture, you know? Superman, Kael, all that, you know? My uncle named his son Kael,
There you go.
you know? But I don't even know if he knows what it actually means, though, but he liked it because of Superman.
And that's important because you're going to like the things that you're close to, accustomed to, right? A man's going to like, a man's going to like his son growing up and being strong and telling him, look, Dad, I've read this in the Bible. Oh, yeah? What'd you read? And then you start talking to him, right? But what if that man wasn't? So you can't be proud of that kid, right? But you give him a tough name, right? Because the name is important. And then when he acts up, you tell him, look, you know what your fucking name is? That's how I got to my kids. I'd be like, you're acting like a little bitch, man. You know what your name means? You know who you are? And I had to tell them the truth, and then everything changed. Because now they know that there's a power. There's value in your name. And most people don't understand that because I was watching a movie where this Roman soldier is actually called a tribute. And at that rank, he's in charge of centurions, right? So a tribute was set by the prefect of Rome around Jerusalem when the Lord got crucified. Actually, yeah. But it was not Cornelius, it was another one. It was Flavius something, Niger. Now the name Niger, remember that, because the word Niger means black, right? So if your name goes back to black, where does it come from? It comes from. And then they have the records, right? So this guy was an Israelite, like Cornelius. And he was investigating the death, and he wanted the body, because the whole thing was, he said he's going to come back in 3 days. So let's make him a liar. Let's put a big giant fucking stone in front of his tomb and seal it. However we can, make it nice and tight so it's impossible for any man to do. But Yahushua is not a fucking man. So yeah, he fucking broke the seal. And they had fucking soldiers right there, and they were fucking asleep, and they didn't even know what happened. Nobody knew what happened. But guess what? Yahushua was disappearing and reappearing. Like that. If he was right here and we were looking at him, he would just gone. Well, okay. See you later. But you could do that if you're all powerful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And And then they appeared to them, and then the tribute was in there looking at him, looking at Yahushua. And then they all were talking to him, and then while he was saying something, he disappeared.
Hey, that's power, though.
That's an act, right? That's like the book of Acts.
Power right there.
I'll go to Hosea 4:14.
Can I get this precept first? This is Second Esdras 6,
No, I said
6 and 15. Oh, no, 6 and 18. And it said, "Behold, the days come, I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth." So, right now we got a bunch of visitation in the form of death.
But is it two tornadoes coming from right here?
Yeah.
That's hella uncommon, though. I
Two.
think COVID or somewhere?
Not one, two.
That's hella. I mean, if you know. You know. In the Central Valley, though, we're not known to have fucking tornadoes, though.
There's fucking mountains blocking this.
Yeah, exactly, though. But they said they checked their
Radar, Doppler.
yeah, and they said, like, what the hell? How? But there's fucking tornadoes, you know? And then it was like a flood out there in a small town called Tranquility.
It ain't tranquil no more.
It ain't peaceful, too. And that's what's flooded with.
You see how the Lord does things at His own will? He makes things happen that you won't even fucking think about.
Yeah.
How the fuck could that happen?
Yeah, that's unheard of, bro. It's like a tornado. Yeah, here in the Central Valley, you know? That's crazy, though.
We're having strange weather.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I was tripping out because, like, we never had any weather like this for, like, more than a week ago. So the fact that we have, it's either in the 60s, it's never in the 70s like that, you know? It's always like 80 something. It's going to be kind of warm or it's going to be kind of cold. You know what I'm saying? No, but it's never feel good weather, like beach weather, like this. It's never like that. Common here. Now it's like, what the hell? Like, it's more than a week ago and we have this good ass weather, though? That's uncommon. That's uncommon.
There was a shooter in Mexico in
Oh, the pyramid?
the pyramid. Earthquakes on beaches. Plant nuclear power plants blowing up. Oh, and the most important thing, let's clap for this one. For the first time in the world's history, oil was purchased from Saudi Arabia with the yuan, not the U.S. currency, not the U.S. dollar. Yeah. China said, no, you're so sorry. And guess what, man? The algorithm tells you shit, right? You're on your phone and you go, well, guess what, man? It's time to learn Chinese. It's time to learn Chinese. Or at least some phrases. And guess what? They're popping up on my feed. Every now and then it comes up. That's how you say this. That's how you say that. It's mostly cussing. So what does that mean? That means that China takes over this place before the Lord gets you to this problem. They're gonna send their fucking war. They're coming, people. Shit with us. We're gonna be fighting with them. But guess
A lot of people had dreams about the Chinese though military new helmets though. You know what I'm saying though? They've been having like dreams like that though. You know, my woman told me about I forgot what it was though. They had a dream that it was Chinese though. It was like Chinese though, but they had a new helmets like military style. A lot of people look at them. So that's a possibility happening.
Could you imagine that? Now you don't understand what the fuck anyone's fucking saying. They're in charge. And they're talking to you in some crazy fucking language. And guess what? You can learn one word, say it weird, and it means a different thing. You have to say it exactly the same fucking way with the same tone. Like if I say, bitch ass hoe, it's gonna sound the same as bitch ass hoe. Right? It's gonna be the same by non-Chinese. It could mean something fucking totally different. You be disrespecting somebody's dead grandmother. But at the same time, if you say it right, you could be ordering a plate of food. You're gonna have to study, motherfuckers. Oh, but guess what? World War III is happening. Now it's gonna happen even worse. Because China just bought all the oil they possibly could with the yuan. Not the dollar. And historically speaking, the last two times it happened was Iraq and Libya.
Yeah,
Muammar Gaddafi.
he was trying to do that very stupid.
Yeah, he was trying to do the Pan Africa gold.
Yep. Like this gold, this switched up the currency to gold.
Where's he at? Mr. Saddam Hussein, he was trying to do the same fucking shit. But not this time. This time, China split the fucking bill with Russia.
Yeah.
They said you're gonna be patsy.
How you gonna go?
You know what? China is not fucking around, man. China is not fucking around. You got everybody put by the wall, man. You guys are fucking. At least, I like Chinese people. At least you're sending me information. Study Chinese. You're gonna go along. You know what? I got the weirdest message. It said, you're gonna be okay because you know how to do a lot of things. And you know how I know? My phone, I look shit up on my shit. Whatever breaks down, I gotta look that shit up on my phone to get a good idea. So everybody's phone is getting hacked. So yeah, I believe it. You know that I can get down. I can work, I can learn languages. Come on, man. Come on, man. The only way you can possibly stop me is if you actually give me more power than your house is. You're not going to. You can't. You can't. It's impossible. So just imagine that, brother. These things you're saying is true. You had better get right because the phone is not in a fucking building. It's there for you to talk to. Talk to. You wanted Isaiah 12 and 6. Up on there.
O Israel, return into the Most High thy power, for thou hast fallen by thy iniquity.
So return to the Lord. So we left the Lord to make it with us. So when we got looking for the Lord, it's us returning. So that's why we make for our sin. And then to know what sin is, to repent for your sins, you have to know what sin is.
That's a good right there. Because you can't repent if you don't know what the fuck you did. Right? You don't go to court and say, did I do anything? Oh, I'm sorry, brother. You forgive me? No, because it could be like, well, you fucking murdered 10,000 people or 10 people. Or this many. That many. So, and then whatever happens to you is because you chose to ask for forgiveness. Now you gotta pay.
Yeah, like, you know, no one nowadays holds himself, you know, accountable for accountability for anything, you know. Micah 7 and 9 says, I will bear the indignation of the Most High because I have sinned against him. And to plead my cause, whatever he does, you know, mercy, and execute judgment before me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. See? It's a beautiful thing that we feel to the truth, though. So we gotta behold his righteousness. Do the work down here, you know? Practice what you preach, though.
It's important.
Yeah.
Because if you take a look at that scripture, I will bear his indignation.
You don't hold yourself accountable to whatever you've done, though. You gotta take it like a man. You know?
Take it like a champ.
His indignation, you know, could be anything, though, bro. You know what I'm saying, though? So, whatever you've done, though, because you gotta understand, too, also, our people need to understand, too, is there's a thing called reincarnation, though. You know? Because we don't know what we did in our past lives, though. We just know of what we know about this life, though, you know? But if you don't know, you know, you gotta think about and how I was before, you know, this life, you know. So we gotta, you know, take our cause though. So we gotta, you know, get right though. You know, that's what brothers get back to the Lord, right? You know, our people back to the Lord though. If not, your ass is gonna get judged though, man. Hosea 14:2 it says, take with you words and turn to the Most High and say unto him, take away
forgive me, pastor, and he'll be like, here, pray this and that. Come and do some work for the church, get back to the church, and then everybody will see that you're repentant. But the one that's supposed to see that is the Most High.
Pastor say your sins are forgiven.
Yeah.
So your sins are actually forgiven when you pay for it. Get your ass. I don't know how many times I got fucked up, man. Like real bad. Well, I remember one time in the winter when it got cold, my back was fucked up and freezing and my shoulders couldn't move. I was fucked up. And I was like, man, I'm sorry, Lord, whatever I did, please forgive me. That's what I have to do.
He's actually called himself now.
And if he forgave me, he forgave me. But the thing is, he still put me through that pain. He's like, okay, I'll forgive you, but you still gotta put this.
Yeah, that's how it is, though, you know? Now every time, too, the whole time, too, I get like pain in my back, especially right here in this area. Standing here, the whole time I get pain in my back right here, and all my hands off, you know? And it was just, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking mind for me that I have right now.
That's Jake.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, fuck, you know, it is what it is. But now, since I changed my diet, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So I think Yahweh Shema was shadow, because if it wasn't for him, though, I would have not probably even changed my diet, though, man. I would have continued, though, and have perceived that corrected me for my own good, you know?
So you gotta change.
So I had to change my diet.
You gotta change.
Pray more. Right. And, you know, it's been helping me, though, you know?
These Christians at these buildings, they'll say, he forgave me of my sins, and then I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I don't have to do anything. I'm good.
Except Jesus saying, oh, man, you can do what the fuck you want. But this man right here, nah, he won't let you do what the fuck you want.
It doesn't look like it.
Yep. He got that sword.
It doesn't look like he's gonna let you do what you want.
Let me get the next one.
Let's go to John 5 and 2. It's kind of like a little story because the Lord, he healed a man who had infirmity. And then after let's go, just read it.
John 1 and 2.
John 5 and 2.
This is John 5 and 2. Now, there is at Jerusalem. Start 1 and I'll go. John 5 and 1. After this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Yahushua went up to Jerusalem. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, with withered, waiting for the moving of the water.
Yeah, because there was a pool and there was a multitude of people who had, like old people who had infirmities.
For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. Whosoever then first after the troubling of the water stepped in was made whole of whatsoever disease he had.
So that water will heal you at the pool because they're waiting for the angel to it's called trouble the water, but it's like a stirring up of the water or shaking of the water. You know, now the water represents the scriptures. You know, that's what's going to heal us now. But back then, you know, this is when Yahushua was healing people.
And a certain man was there, which had an infirmity 38 years. When Yahushua saw him lie, and he knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he saith unto him, Wilt thou be made whole?
Yes, you know, do you want to be well? You know?
So that's actually a confirmation that you think it's going to work. And verse 7, the impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man, when the water is troubled, to put me into the pool, but while I am coming, another steppeth down before me.
Yeah, no one to help to get to the pool because only the first one who touched the water was the one that was healed.
It was a race, wasn't it? paying attention, you weren't getting healed.
Exactly on that, right? You know, it's ready though. You know how Jake, you know how to do, you know, just like already though, you know.
Look at the weapon.
John 5 and 8. Yahushua saith unto him, Rise, take up thy bed and walk. And immediately the man was made whole and took up his bed and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath. On the same day was the Sabbath. The Jews therefore said unto him that was cured, It is the Sabbath day. It is not lawful for thee to carry thy bed. And as soon as this guy got healed, they were trying to fuck him up.
It's amazing how I think people on the Sabbath.
He's the one who fucking made the fucking day. Dumb motherfuckers.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why that whole thing was like when he told his Pharisees, he's like, so when you see what he said, when you see the sheep trapped in like a pit, and it's the Sabbath though, it's, well, what you're gonna just leave it there to die because it's the Sabbath though, you know, or you're gonna actually help them take them out though, because if it was your sheep though and you lost that money you was trapped, you know, so it's like, well, so what do you do? You'd be over righteous and oh, it's the Sabbath though, I can't take that sheep out of the pit though, it's stuck in the pit, so. You know what I'm saying though? That's the thing about it though, because if it was based on the Sabbath though of the time Moses and things like that, man, like we'll all be fucked though, because we all gotta work on the Sabbath.
and we all gotta work on this. But the important lesson here is those hypocrites, those fucking hypocrites are like this. Hey man, why you moving that? Why you doing work on the Sabbath? And the reason why they said that is because all those motherfuckers did was study the law. Study this, study that.
Because that was Yahushua's job to heal. That was his job. You know?
But these hypocrites, they thought their job was written in stone. Like nobody could do shit on this day. I'm the fucking master of the law. I'm the one who reads this since I was a little kid. Well, that's what made you fucking useless. Because this man was waiting there his whole fucking life for 38 goddamn years. Crippled.
Can I get this? Philippians 3 and 6 says, "Inserting zeal in persecuting the church, touching the righteousness which is in the law, blameless. But what things were gained to me, those I counted lost for Mashiach." See? So, you know? And he called himself the Pharisee, what do you call himself? The Pharisee, all Pharisees?
So John 5 and 11 says, He answered them, He that made me whole, the same said unto me, Take up thy bed and walk. Then asked they him, What man is that which said unto thee, Take up thy bed and walk? So that was your house right there. You're fucking mad as fuck right now. Who the fuck told you that? And he that was healed wished not who it was. For Yahushua had conveyed himself away, the multitude being in that place. So he didn't even know that was Yahushua.
Yahushuai took off because he knew that he was going to get questioned.
Yeah. No, it's true because then he was Peter or him that healed someone and he told him not to tell him and he just left them.
Dip.
Yeah.
But he didn't dip like Yahushua did. Yahushua just
Yeah.
This is the point right here.
And therefore did the Jews persecute Yahushua and sought to slay him, because he had done these things on the Sabbath against their fucking rule, against the fucking 18. Oh no, 16. All right, I skipped it. Well, that was important, I guess, because the spirit was right there. All right, so 14. And afterward, Yahushua findeth him in the temple and said unto him, Behold, thou art made whole. Sin no more, lest the worst thing come.
So that's the point, is to sin no more unless you want something worse to happen to you.
That goes for you, motherfucking Haka and Gorilla Hebrew. All you motherfuckers. Better get that shit right, because it says right here, worst thing ever. That is going to happen.
How should I refer to it? He always told him sin no more. Even that woman, book of John 8 chapter. Oh, that's what you gotta get.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, get it.
John 8:11.
I'll get it right now. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, and that's important because you just told the doctor that made you feel better, that healed you. Thanks, but no thanks. I don't need you. I'm gonna get a second opinion.
John 8:11. This is the book of John 8:11. It says, "She said, No man, Lord, and Yahweh said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more."
So what don't you understand about don't sin anymore?
So we gotta break down like what is sin again.
Now you're acting like a real woman, like a real female. Bitch acting like you know more than you.
When we say no more pork, that means no more pork. You know, no more celebrating these holidays.
No more fucking lineups. You know what I mean?
We don't say it just to hear ourselves talk.
I don't even like the sound of my voice. So here we are. We're in the place where this man was sick. 38 years.
That's a long.
That's a long time.
More open than me. Myself.
That's older than most brothers in the truth. So you were sick for 38 years. Let's talk about those 38 years. Those 38 years must have sucked. Must have been the worst fucking time of your goddamn life. Because you can't do a motherfucking thing. You just told the Lord you can't even go to the fucking spring because who's gonna carry you? No man's gonna carry you. First of all, no man's gonna carry you. You're not gonna let your son carry you because you can't make yourself. Now your life is gonna begin. Now you can pop bitches. Now you can get married. Now you can work. Now you can have kids. Now you can have money. Now you can go and participate in happy times. Now when you see your kids, you're gonna be like, man. You're gonna tell them what? Man, I was so sick. I was so critical. And then this dude named Yahweh. Man, he's the greatest man I ever met. Right? Oh, hell yeah, man.
Imagine that, though, you know? His life didn't start until like, you know? He'll start playing some living, though. You know, he got healed.
So that's important too because the Lord was like, man, I'm gonna make things pop off as soon as I heal these people. As soon as I heal everybody. That's right. He told this dude, get up. Roll up your fucking bed. And he probably did not even know that he was already healed.
The instinct just kicked in. I'm like, oh,
The Lord told him, roll that shit up and get the fuck out of here. He was like, oh, okay, man.
probably told him in a straight way too. Hey,
And must have been so fucking excited.
Went for a long ass walk.
That's the fucking first thing he did. That's the first thing. He went and he showed off everybody. He showed off to everybody. Was like, that dude is not supposed to walk.
Yeah. What is he like? Not even knowing the fact that a miracle just happened, and they're just going based off, hey, what is he doing? Why is he not doing all that though? But they don't see the outcome of the it was a miracle. He's walking.
Everybody was shocked. Shocked. Just like you're shocked right now that Donald Trump said the stupidest fucking things in the world. He's a stupid motherfucker.
I'm not shocked.
God bless America, because this is the only country where you can say that. The president of my country is a stupid motherfucker. Man, I'm not even joking, man. I'm sad. I'm fucking sad.
He has a job to do, you know, Nero, you know.
Doing his
But
job.
we're rooting for you. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. You know? Because at the end of the day, you know, that's your job, man. And that's prophecy.
This guy he's a scrounge warrior. He's a big scrounge man. Because he says some fucking crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody knows about American now because remember that video?
Yeah, those Lego videos are killing it.
But man, they think that they can get down on making those videos, you know?
Those details, very
Right.
detailed.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, that's how I understand it, you know?
That's crazy. And this guy is our president.
And we can see it, the fact that we can see it on our phone, so it's like, damn, you know? Imagine the other people that are watching it and they're like, damn, they brought a lot of truth out, you know? They brought a lot of truth out.
But guess you can't bring out the truth.
call them
Yeah. I can't believe, what the fuck are you gonna do with the G-Wagon, man? That's just a fucking Jeep.
I'm not gonna say them.
There ain't
That
nothing
motherfucker
fucking,
fly. G-Wagon.
that's just a fucking Suburban.
Yeah. Luxurious.
They're the fucking fire. And guess what, man? That all the cars from a certain age now get turned off for remote. And they still got those bunkers. They're still there. See, because if you guys can't see a place where you don't need nothing but the name. You don't need nothing but the name. Like, you can't convince me otherwise, because I actually felt like shit. Like, all the Lord wanted to send me away. Guess what? He sent 3. He didn't send 1, he sent 3. He sent 2 big black dwarfs and 1 little tiny silver. And I have a video. So you can't say I'm lying. Yeah, and you can't say I'm fucking lying about it. Or you can call me a liar all you want, but there's no fucking way that I'm gonna say, or I'm gonna change my mind, or I'm gonna start calling house like Jesus. And the brother watching listening to that, he said something that was very profound. He said sometimes people see weird shit, like a chariot, and they try to run and get the phone, but by the time they come back, they can't even see it. You know, so that's why when I see the chariots, I don't even trip, because I know you're gonna disappear when I get my phone. It was just for me to see, and I seen them crazy, man. Right over there, there were like 6 or 7 of them, like straight like this, and disappearing and reappearing, and there would be less and less and less, so it would be triangle. So it would be like a whole period like this, and there would be like 4 or 5, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1, and then it would start all over again. That was a squadron. And then there was another one, a paper train squadron. Make Lord, look at the Lord, man. The Lord's putting in. How do you make chariots move like paper trains? And they look like paper trains. And they were doing the fucking things too. And they were flying information. And that was important. And I remember the thought I was thinking too. This fucking douchebag man I was working with, his name is Israel. I was like, what if he really is an Israelite? And then I seen those fucking things. I was like, okay. And that was important. And then I asked them, hey, do the fucking police have fucking drones? They were like, yeah, you're gonna see some crazy shit. Oh yeah, I guess. That was fucking crazy.
The drag race, the race car, and that chariot that moved so fast, it's pretty risky though. Like, you couldn't see it while it was the video was regular though, but they had to slow it down and you could see clear that gray chariot. Like, yeah, it was crazy though.
And then the fire in the sky, you like you can see.
Oh yeah, kind of. Even though you do the other phone, guess what? It was a good way to see it. You know? You can see it too.
And then one day, early in the trip, there was a drone spying on me, and I got up all upset, and I started recording the drone. But then I looked at it, and I fucking pinched the screen and widened it, and I saw a chariot, egg timer chariot. I was doing this. So the Lord is doing things that you don't even know He's doing in front of your face.
Goes to show, man. That's what I'm saying. It's all love. You look up, don't be dismayed. Yeah, they're trying to make that. You look up, don't be dismayed when you
And I
see
think why people get dismayed is because they don't have enough proof.
that. Yeah,
Well, that would be the same thing, right? Because faith is the proof of substance that don't exist. Man,
faith.
what is faith? I'll get that one.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Our people, man, now gotta see it and believe it, man. Like Esau. You know, our people have come. You know, I never heard about people being atheists. That was some shit that these fucking crackers, Edomites were atheists. But now you've been hearing about our people being atheists. What the fuck?
That's crazy.
You know?
Crazy.
And now we live in a time of technology where you could search things up and you can see things though, and I would say it's easier to believe now about the chariots too, you know, because all this technology and everything that we see, everything that's happening. We earlier spoke about come on now, man. All that's in the scriptures though.
Yeah. And we're so advanced in the technology that you can watch a live video press that little square button on the bottom of your phone, circle what's happening, and then the AI on your phone can tell you whether it's real or not. Where it happened, come on, man. If you're a stupid motherfucker now in these days, you just want to be. You just want to be. Okay, I got Hebrews 11 and 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Yeah, I don't need to see them anymore because I know this truth. That's all I need to see is Lord. Guess what the Lord blessed me with seeing tons of. Not only that, He blessed me with the I don't know, I call them demons or ghosts. Interactions with demons and ghosts. Shit, I was playing video games the other day. Nobody was in the living room, and the Lord knocked on my desk, and the cats. And I looked, and nobody was there. I'm done getting scared. I'm not scared no more. That doesn't scare me anymore. Which is bad news for you, Esau. I'm not scared anymore like that.
Yeah, I tell you about the story when I was in the kitchen. I got up like at night and then thought I heard my woman though, and I heard my name though. And I went into the hallway. I didn't see nobody. So I'm like, yeah, I was like, why is she up right now though? You know? So I walked up though, and went to the bedroom. She was knocked the hell out. So I mean, it was just a demon though. But that shit didn't faze me though. You know? It's just things like that. When you go through things like that, it's more like a blessing though because you're not afraid of them anymore. Scared.
I live alone there, and they don't fuck with me. So.
What time did that happen?
It was late, like 1 or 2.
Hey man, that's what's called the witching hour, but that doesn't mean anything to you or to us. The Lord will wake you up so that you can be ready. It's just training.
Yeah, that's all it is though. Because if it was 10 years ago, that's how it was being fucked out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, imagine hearing your name and you hear nearly the door opening and going into the restroom. Like, oh, like, what the fuck? No, that's some paranormal shit that you'd be like, the average person would be like, that's paranormal.
Yeah, handle that shit.
Yeah. I know 10 years ago, I'll be like, get the fuck out. Like, that's fucking creepy though.
I was telling his brother if you've seen that movie 1408.
Like I remember the number.
It's about John Cusack. He gets a room at a hotel, and that hotel is like has like paranormal shit going on. It's like he can't get outside. He can't get out of the room. Once he goes inside, he can't come out.
Oh, okay, no, sounds familiar though.
Yeah,
It's good movie though.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of scenarios in that, right? Movies, Amityville Horror.
A bunch of ghost movies.
And the scariest movies are the ones that said these are scenes representing true events. Dang. Like the Poltergeist, you watch that shit, that's what's gonna tell you right in the beginning.
Poltergeist? Yeah.
And The Exorcist.
Oh yeah. Didn't people die in that movie?
Fuck yeah.
People died. The people that made that movie were in that movie. I believe that even that little girl died.
Yeah.
That little girl, that Poltergeist, she fucking died. You know?
Because you don't fuck around with shit. Like if those are the demons being offended, man. How much more is the house I can do? You already fucking crossed the line.
Yeah. And I remember when we watched that movie at your house, Interview with the Devil. Remember that movie we watched though? Yeah, but 10 years ago, if I was driving back home late like that, I'd probably be a little creeped out, you know? Remember we watched that movie? Yeah. That was like a fucking demon and all the other things. I think it was.
Those movies are fucking scary, fucking true, based on true events.
Yeah, I think that was true.
Just imagine being alone, driving at night, no lights, no
It's like
fucking.
a TV show.
Yeah, remember?
Okay, it was a TV show. And like people got like possessed on
Yeah,
stage
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, people think that's a joke.
And remember the host was like his wife died from cancer though, and then the demon started talking to him, talking about his wife though, getting personal and started fucking with him. Oh, what the fuck? Like, oh, this is a real demon though. You know? Remember, he would just bring people and everything, you know, and dishes and all that shit. It was fake, right? But then he got the real demon on there though, and he started telling him about his personal shit. Then he started getting like, oh shit,
Yeah.
yeah. See, that's what I'm saying though. So even things like that, it's true though, man. My brother lives alone. I had to drive back home at night, but that shit is crazy, you know?
And the first account of some scary shit like that would be when we left Egypt, right? That's proof. 9 days going on. Dark,
Yeah.
flies, frogs, blood in the river.
They even said
Firstborn dying.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's Wisdom of Solomon is talking about apparitions though. So imagine some faces that they probably saw though, some scary apparitions. I think this is what it calls apparitions though. So they saw some shit like, oh, like
And that could be talking about those apparitions in the sky, horsemen in the sky.
What about La Llorona?
yeah.
Yeah, all those
they probably
things-
saw that in that time too.
All those things are real, man. You can't understand them, so then you say, oh, no, that's not real. Let me tell you what I do. I just say, okay, if it's there, it's probably real. But is it going to affect you?
Real as well.
Yeah.
But is it going to affect me? Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but all I know is that I believe in Yahweh Shemi Shai, so, you know,
You believe in the scriptures.
yeah. Because what they do is they test you. The demons test you, right? The demon was like, oh, I'm your wife. Remember this? You left the dishes out and I died. They're just trying to make you feel guilty.
The scriptures say that. You know, fasting is the way to get rid of demons.
And I fast almost every day. Intermittent fasting, right? It's easy now. You go to sleep hungry, you wake up hungry, drink water a little bit, then when you break your fast, you're good.
It's just a training.
Because if your body can't handle the stress of you being hungry, how are you going to deal with being in the wilderness?
Yeah.
You ain't going to have no fucking stove, no microwave, no freezer. How are you going to fucking
Yeah, exactly though. You know we're gonna come a time with the family that the food though. What the fuck are you gonna do to get in trouble though? We can't eat.
The kids and the wife say I'm fucking hungry, and they haven't eaten for 3 or 4 days, and you don't know how to fish, hunt, or grow anything. At the very least, learn how to grow food. And then if you're very smart, pick food that you can grow again and again. Year to year. Then you start getting it. And then you get, well, this isn't enough. I gotta learn how to fish. And you still plant and then fish. Well, this isn't enough. I gotta learn how to hunt. You still plant, fish, and you hunt. Now you got a whole, that's your supermarket.
Exactly. I mean, because it takes time and everything. But see, this place got us so used to going to the supermarket as easy as just going to me, just going there and buy the shit. Got us lazy, man.
You don't even have to go to the wilderness to get shit.
yeah. They got our people lazy, man. Where you know when this famine and all this happens, though, oh, it's gonna really technically the move first, man. It's gonna go crazy. Though. People are gonna kill. People are gonna. It's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad. I mean, people are killing right now as it is.
Yeah, and
Imagine with no food.
the thing that you have to put into perspective is what happens when you run out of resources. You start doing things that you couldn't do. Like the most awful story is the honey bun story. You go to prison, there's a honey bun on your fucking pillow. You eat it. Dude that put the honey bun on your pillow. And you can't say, well, I just fight him. Well, he's fucking bigger than me. Well, it's not like you're out here. And it's not the same as you fighting out on the street because I can pull out my gun. I could use my knife. I could use my shoelaces to strangle you. I could use my belt to. Whatever. You are limited in resources, man. And now you owe the dude. How are you gonna pay him? Well, the thing that you value the most just became money. Your booty hole.
It goes your integrity, your everything. What the hell are you gonna do? And see, that's so wicked about the system though here in the United States, though, man. That you know you do let's say you do a GTA or they cop something, right? They put you in a facility where a bunch of killers and all this shit, right? I mean, it goes based on levels too, you know. But they put you in a place though where you know even though he's not your cellmate, but he's supposed to be a killer, right? And then this motherfucker wants to take you, you know, or do shit to you. And the only way for you to stop dude is to kill him. But then if you do it though, you get charged.
Now you're
Come on now. You know? It's fucking crazy though.
So that's why I say, you know, it's not even worth it. Like, sure, think about this. If somebody breaks into your house and your life is in danger, you gotta do what you gotta do. But if you're on can't do in prison.
It's
You're gonna see him every fucking day.
People are gonna be seeing like you act. Not just seeing, but people are gonna be seeing. Okay, this guy's gonna come down. If they see you come, now you're
So it's not even worth it. And like, if you're gonna be a hardcore criminal, just kill everybody. Just kill everybody.
That's why the Chicago kids over there, they just drill, murder, and shit. They go up in there with that rep though.
I respect Chicago, man. I was born in Chicago, baby. You know what I'm saying? Chicago's a different breed.
Yeah, takes out their different.
They had it at the fucking here. We're sick and tired of this stupid ass reason. Like these kids are going around with fucking MP5, AK-47, rocket launcher. That's ridiculous. Who? Which one of your ops is threatening you so much that you gotta get a rocket launcher?
Yeah,
That's real talk right there. A rocket.
yeah. These fucking kids gotta go with that rep though.
Oh, he's a killer. And I believe you now. Because you got a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
And they'll pull it out and set your ass on fire.
See, that's what I'm saying though. So, you know,
Wicked upon wickedness.
yeah. You know, the Chicago, cats are different breeds. LA gang banging and shit too. You know what I'm saying though? Because them LA bangers though, they still put the fist up at least though. But over there now, nah. They can pick the guns and do what they gotta do, you know? They're going around, they fight over there too. But, the fighting is gonna lead to killing. So they're like, might as well just kill you right now. That's a crazy mentality though, man.
Just imagine you going. If you think you want to go get a burger at the fucking street corner, and you gotta get your gun,
That's crazy, man. Or pump gas.
and you gotta put your fucking vest on. The ops might catch me slipping. Well, then don't go fucking get a burger.
But Jake's gonna do it.
But you're gonna do what you gotta do because you're Jake.
Especially for pussy, though, man.
Yeah, and that's the way the Lord made you. Oh yeah. And all this stuff that's happening, all the wickedness is because men don't have integrity. Men can't say to the woman, no, bitch.
Yeah, even a woman brought that out though. The only reason why the women act the way they act though is because they don't get checked by men. A woman brought this shit out. Imagine, a woman brought this shit out. Reason why we act how she said, the reason why we act how we act though is because the men don't put us in check. We do what the fuck we want. But it's the truth though. It's the fucking truth.
And the reason why men don't want to put you in check is because they've been raised by women, raised in a household where the woman's happy. There's a thing called happy wife, happy life.
So, yeah.
And when I got married, the motherfuckers, her dad and all her family tried to say that. You know what I did? I said, fuck that shit. If I ain't happy, nobody's fucking happy. And guess what I did? I made everybody uncomfortable. They tried to offer me a beer, I fucking spilled that shit. They got my wife intoxicated, she was fucking shit, and I yelled at her. I said, shut the fuck up, you're embarrassing me. And then I said, I'm ready to leave. You know, if the things don't work out, you have to stand up for yourself.
Yeah. Yourself, man. You know what I mean? You have to.
And if a man doesn't have it in him, when he's getting pushed to the limit, you're gonna have no limit. What that means is you're gonna get pushed around, especially by women. I don't understand that. God, the Lord made you to be a leader.
Back to structure though, man.
So I got a piece of radio. Acts 7:6, and Yahweh spoke on this wise, that his seed should sojourn in a strange land, and they should bring them into bondage and entreat them evil for 400 years. And that's an Acts, so it's not talking about Egypt, because they already left Egypt. So here we are.
And then they try to, you see that they try to, Christian and Jake will try to say 87, Psalm 87, like that harlot Rahab, thing, talking about, oh, so the heathen can get the, what's that called? The heathen. Yeah, I forgot, but you go into that word, the Rahab, you read it in the NLT, it's talking about Egypt. So it's talking about the Israelites though that are in Egypt and all the different you know? So going into it, I was like, see, like, oh, okay, so Rahab represents Egypt, though. It's talking about Egypt, you know? So that's the thing, though. You know, I just wanted to say that because
Yeah, people don't understand. And see, that's how you know that you're on the right path. You're like, hold on, man.
that
That
shit
don't make no
sense.
sense.
Yeah,
That
that
don't
shit
make no
don't make
fucking sense.
Because we know, so Rahab, we know the harlot, the son of Joshua, you know, and that though, but we know she was a heathen though, you know. So, but it was like, still though, like it still didn't set right, you know. So going into it and seeing Brother Vader too, was like, oh, well that makes sense though.
That's why you get into your study. It's important to study. And if you don't study history, you don't study language. At least study the Bible. But if you study the Bible, you're gonna have to be forced to study history and math and language. Otherwise, it's just a fucking zombie.
Yeah, y'all just really threw it though. You know something, you fucking really don't.
You really don't.
Yeah, because you know now seeing that, I was like, man, that Christian Jake though is dumb as fuck. Though. You're dumb as fuck though, because how do you get that context from saying all the heathen can be saved though, all one word though, and then you create the NLT and it replaces that word great after Egypt. You know, it's just ridiculous, man. These Christians are gone wild.
And if you take a look at people like that, they're okay with dating married women. They're okay with letting a woman have a roster. It's some crazy ass shit these women be doing because they let you do it. You know what? Those women that do all those things, they do not go for guys like us. Because we don't put up with that shit.
I don't want to say marriage, you know, I'm pretty
Like, here's the deal. When you have a conversation with a woman, what are you really asking? No, fuck that shit. Hey, bitch, how many fucking mails do you got on your fucking contact list? How many fucking apps do you have on your phone? Do you go out drinking? Do you drink?
that's a turn off. To me, you know,
I start fights like that right away to see how they act.
that's no, it's no, yeah, it's no. Yeah, because there's a Jake, I seen it, so he's all, would you date a single woman, a single mom? He's all, he said, what he said? He said, when I get with a woman, I want to make a family, not join with her.
And that'll trigger a bitch.
Yeah, so especially the single mom, or even that woman too, she's a single mom. Yeah, you know what I mean? He's all, if I get with the woman, I want to start a family, not join with.
And that's the easiest way to fucking read them out.
Yeah.
Say things that'll make everybody fucking mad.
Exactly though, because you know, for the truth too, I didn't want to, you know what I mean, get with a woman that already had kids though, you know. That was just me personally though, you know. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to start my own family though, you know. So to me, it was like why, you know what I mean? Like, nah, I don't want to do that, you
I
know.
don't think there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with wanting to start your own family. Nothing wrong with joining your own family.
yeah, you know what I mean. But I mean, like I said though, but if you know you're, you know, get with a woman already, she got kids. I mean, if the kids are already older though, it's, you know.
There's things that the Lord does that you won't understand.
Yeah.
Like for me, I don't even want to deal with them. But guess what? Sometimes I'm like, I can't help it. And I'm at a store and then these bitches will talk to me. And I'll talk to them. Hey, I'll be like, that was pretty close.
Yeah.
And then when I start talking to you, I say things. You know, I say things. Like, I was having a conversation with someone and she said, what are you going to make? I said, I'm going to make this and that because I don't need pork. And she said, oh, I don't need pork either. Oh, okay. Round one is over.
Yeah.
Now I gotta find out the other horrible shit you do. But talk to them. And if you fucking say my body count is none of your business, it's got high five. And that's the same way the Lord wants you to be. You can't have more than one God. He wants, you already know who you worship him. So now the returning back to him. And that's why he says, don't do it again. And I gotta say this again and again and again, and I'm never gonna stop praising. When I fucking broke my knee, I just put I just thought about Yahushai, Yahushai. I just thought about his name. Like shit. Man, about it. Think about it. You watch sports like NFL and soccer, or these motherfuckers have the same fucking injury. Big, strong ass man. They're down on the field. They're down for weeks. Or even for months.
Maybe out the season.
I was like, no. And I didn't feel no fucking pain. I was actually shocked. I was like, whoa.
I need you out there.
Because that's what I thought. Love me, bro. And sometimes it's like, hey, out. That's fine. And sometimes it's like, you want to go out. You're out. But the name, man, the name is important. You don't have the name, you just have the fucking. Exactly.
Celebration that you gotta make. You know what I'm saying? No, it's like if a woman has a boyfriend, no. And it's like, do you have one? What's his name? Oh, you know what's his name? How do you have one or not?
Yeah, that should really be. You should really think about that. Why are they lying? Pastors lie about the name. Pastors lie about the Bible. Christians lie about the people saved. Everybody fucking lies about something. But if you meet somebody that don't, now you know that they don't, you're like, man, you got a bad attitude. You're broke. You like to fight a lot, don't you? But guess what? That person's honest.
Yeah, hey, you just make it like that. Keep it real. He was this and that, but guess what? Hey, he was real with the shit. We're telling the scripture, man. You know, it's he got the gate though, you know, and well, there's another scripture, you know, I forgot that's worded though, you know. But you know, instead of telling him though, tell other people, you know, not good.
Just think about it. The name, when you say the name, when you talk about the Lord, people get really like, what you mean that's his name? What you mean he's black? What you mean you're racist? Oh man, it's fight, right? What do you mean everybody can't be saved? Because that's the thing. That's what they're lying about.
They're lying though.
Everybody can be saved. No, they can't.
Right there. Americans are being destroyed.
You know what's crazy? They see it coming. They see America getting destroyed. They don't fucking want to change their way.
All over again.
Like, man, this is fucking insane. It is like Egypt all over again.
That's what it calls spiritual Egypt right here, you know.
And this is a little bit worse than Egypt because we're not being told. They're not saying you got can't go nowhere. We can get the fuck out of here if we want. You can go to a different country if you want. But you're trapped in your mind.
Yeah, that's the crazy part though, bro.
Trapped in your mind.
Trapped in the mind, though. And then, you know, it is the captivity that we don't even know we're Israelites either, but we didn't know. So that's bad, man.
Like Fred Krueger said, I'll get you in your dreams. That's where you guys fucked up, man. You have